y'all. I hope you're all Harlem shaking with us right now.
Oh.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Happy tea.
Happy tea time. Hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome to Tea Time with Team Epigreets.
Yay.
We're just gonna log on here and make sure everything's working.
That you can see us. We are 4 minutes early.
We are early this time.
4 minutes early because we were just so excited to
We
get
are
started.
excited. We've got a lot of stuff today.
Yay. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Let's start with it. Ooh,
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Yeah. Margot, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Lady Grey tea out of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee mug,
Ooh.
which will come back. We'll get back to this soon.
The revealer. And I'm drinking Irish breakfast tea.
Oh!
Also, we'll get back to.
Stay
Ooh.
tuned for special guest star on today's Tea
Tea
Time
Time.
with Team Epigreets. I feel like Ellen.
Yeah. Well, we dance.
Yeah.
She comes on at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
basically Ellen.
We're Book Ellen.
We just are. Like, the whole thing, Ellen.
Mhm.
Book Ellen.
Book Ellen.
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 I'm Ellen.
Okay.
That's my Ellen impression.
So, here's the deal. If this is your first time joining Tea Time,
Mhm.
we drink tea. We
Mhm.
chat about YA books. And you can join in on Twitter tweeting the hashtag
Tea
TeaTime.
Time.
This week is our hashtag. And if you tweet at us using that hashtag, you're entered to win our giveaway that we announce at the end of the show.
It's a show.
I just made it a show.
It's a show. So, let's just jump into it. There's 2 new hardcover releases this week. Arcadia Burns, which is the sequel to Arcadia Awakens by Kai Meyer. This apparently is very popular in Germany.
Yes.
Sort of a retelling of the Romeo and Juliet
Mhm.
story, but I hear it's very good.
Yeah, and the mafia. It's got like a
Oh.
Italian mafia twist.
Ooh, I like it.
Ooh,
I like it. That
yeah.
seems fitting for Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I just like the covers a lot. There's Snakes Creep Me Out.
Yeah, the covers are really cool.
And there's
You guys do
just
that?
like, and the Arcadia Awakens is a green snake.
The green one
It's-
wraps
yeah,
around her neck.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it's
one's
really
cool.
good.
Snakes on a book.
The second hardcover release is Pivot Point
Casey
by
West.
Kasie West. You know, shimmy for that.
Little
Shimmy,
Harlem
shimmy,
shake
shimmy,
for
shimmy,
that.
shimmy, shimmy. It's one girl, 2 fates, 1 choice. We got a lead character
You
who can
should-
see into the future.
You should read that sentence on the back of it.
He presses his lips into mine, stopping not only my sentence, but my breath in my throat. So she can see
Into her future.
Future.
Whenever she has a choice to make, she can see the outcomes of her choice.
Yeah.
So that's how. But so her parents are getting divorced, and she decides to see into the future which direction, which parent she should
to
live
go with. And they're extremely different. She lives in a dystopian world, and one is going outside of the confines of the normal.
I don't think is it dystopian or is it more paranormal
Yeah.
world?
One's going outside, and one's staying in the
One's like Sky High. Have you guys ever seen that movie where like the teenagers all have like super or paranormal
Yeah,
abilities,
yeah.
and they like are in school for that? Like one world's like that.
And her ability is to be
To
able
see
to
in the
see
future.
her pivot point. It's a good read. You guys should pick it up. If anybody out there has read it, tweet at us. Tell us what
Tweet
you
at
think.
us.
You guys check in.
We're gonna check in with Twitter.
Did you guys see that we made HarperCollins do the Harlem Shake with us yesterday or Monday?
That was an interesting day.
That was a lot of fun.
We come in on Monday and we're like, hey guys, have you heard about this Harlem Shake thing? And everybody's like, no. And then we're like, cool, you're doing it. So
We did it.
we did it, and it was a lot of fun.
I
And
put my boot on my fist.
I wore the selection dress, which we will debut in a couple of weeks. Anyway,
I'm checking in. You chat some
Okay.
about what's happening, the cover reveals that you had.
oh yeah, this week. Oh, I forgot about that. We revealed so far in our blog 3. We don't have printouts of them, but 3 covers.
They have to go to the blog.
I know you have to go to the blog. Go to epicreeks.com/blog to see them. We've done The Chaos of Stars by Kiersten White, which is this really cool, pretty. It's a really pretty cover.
Yes.
And the swirls and
Swirlies and the
sparkles
blues and the- yes.
yeah. Oh boy, our lighting is really horrible right now. Apologize. And then Blackout by Robison Wells, and that one is really cool.
Yeah.
That one's really striking. And then the last book was Across a Star-Swept Sea by Diana Peterfreund. It's the companion to For Darkness Shows the Stars.
And we also got a update on a series everyone is waiting for.
Oh, yes.
What series could that be?
I don't know, but I've heard something about October
22nd.
2013.
Divergent number 3.
Oh, yeah!
It's coming. It's coming.
It exists. It's for real, and it's gonna come on October 22nd.
We still don't know the name. We are trying. We've got snarkles in every corner.
He's on it. He will find out.
Trying to figure out the name for us.
And the cover. I want to know what the cover looks like. Do you think it'll
they
be
had that image with
image with the orange? Do you think it'll be that color?
Orange? I don't know.
Oh.
What do you guys think? Tweet at us about the covers that you've seen this week, and if you're excited for Divergent 3. I mean,
Can we get a book shimmy for
Woo!
Divergent?
yeah. The ending of Insurgent, like, jaw dropped, and I was just like, please let there be, I just want 5 more pages to sustain me. How can you introduce this?
I know. Speaking of other awesome books, the Delirium, if you guys haven't heard, Delirium is being made into a TV show. Well, they're shooting a pilot for the TV show.
Yeah.
And 2 casting announcements were made this week. First, Emma Roberts, who is Julia Roberts' niece, has been tapped to play Lena, which is...
I really like.
I'm thumbs up for that.
I'm thumbs up. I think
she's cute. She looks like Lena.
she's short.
She's a good actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. She was in Nancy Drew.
Yes.
That's the only one I can think of.
I mean,
but I'm
I
sure
don't know
she's
much
well
about her acting chops because I haven't
She's
seen
Julia
them.
Roberts' niece.
I mean, maybe it's got to be in the blood.
It's in the
right?
blood.
But she looks it for me. I know there are a lot of people that think that she doesn't look it, but like
That's
brown
what
hair,
hair and makeup and lighting and all that can
brown
fix.
hair, I think she got it. She's got it. And then we have,
Ooh, baby, she's got it. Sorry. Yes.
and then Julian's dad has been cast, Billy Campbell.
Which the youngins who are watching us are probably like, who is that? But us that grew up children of the 90s.
He's the Rocketeer!
The Rocketeer! Who remembers that awesome Disney movie that no one saw?
I'm looking to see if anybody knows.
The Rocketeer. Most awesome movie ever.
I see Jessica Jackson said Delirium should be a movie, not a TV show. It was, there's confusion. It was optioned by Fox to be a movie, and then they decided they wanted to keep the consistency of the story. So
I'm okay with it being a TV show because then that means I don't just one movie and then it's done. I'm looking forward to like week after week. Plus, I think there's a
lot of sub characters.
The characters, but there's also they could do a lot to do with like the Deliria, like that whole like the governmental side of things, which I really hope they explore.
Excited about.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good.
But I'm also a TV.
I love TV.
I love TV.
Yeah, it's cheaper than movies.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to check in. What are you guys reading? Alyssa says, I like her for Lena.
Yeah, she's good for Lena.
Dana says, I'm super excited for the pilot. We too. Katie is still unsure about Emma, but you're going to give her a chance, right, Katie? Katie at Kazma24.
Jennifer.
Sarah Spiegel says, The Rocketeer, OMG, best movie ever.
Okay, finally.
High
Thank
five.
you. Somebody knows.
High five.
I put up a Billy Campbell appreciation post in Pitch Dark, and apparently nobody knows who I'm talking about, so. But Jennifer Connelly's in The Rocketeer, Locke from Lost.
Alan Arkin's in The Rocketeer.
Alan Arkin. And it's really cool, like, Art Deco 1940s style.
Also, if you watch the
very
trailer,
cool.
they just don't make trailers like that anymore.
They just don't make movies like that anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's awesome. Go rent The Rocketeer and get familiar with Julian's dad.
All right, so let's get to the real sauce of today's tea time. We've been teasing it out a little bit, but we have a special guest.
We do have a special guest.
Marco's gonna adjust our thing while I grab
our special
guest.
All right.
Ready?
Do you like our music?
Go say hi to Marco.
Hi. Come have a seat.
Sit. Everybody, this is Sarah Crossan.
Let's see, can we get you... we can squeeze in here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, are we
in?
There we go. We're in. We're all in here.
Welcome. This is Sarah Crossan, author of Breathe. Everybody book shimmy for Breathe.
Everybody book shimmy.
You can book shimmy for your own book.
Yeah. Is it a little book shimmy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're our first author book shimmy.
I'm so excited.
This is a milestone in tea time. Breathe is that cover that we spent an entire tea time just stroking the cover of.
Yes.
It's the one with the really, like, ooh, I like that. I like the cover.
And it is one of my favorite dystopian books, y'all.
Everyone say hi to Sarah.
Everyone say
We're
hi.
going to check to see your tweets. If you guys have any questions for Sarah, tweet at us. We'll be checking.
As much as Twitter lets us
As much as
update
our Wi-Fi.
faster.
lets us.
So, Sarah, do you want to give your one-sentence description of Breathe and why people should read it?
Your elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's tough.
The planet is dying, and I think we need more like eco books about dystopias that are about the real world. I think it's possible. I think this world is plausible.
Yes.
And that's why I wrote it, because I love trees and they're being cut down.
Yeah.
And I read today that like the Arctic ice is melting even more than they thought it was, like 50% since 17.
It's terrible. I think that's why I love the book so much, is like the stakes are so high in a lot of dystopian worlds. It's hard to feel sometimes the urgency, but then when you think about not being able to breathe and you're completely controlled by somebody else providing you air, you're like, whoa.
But I think it has like a lot of like real
Ish
world,
is real.
like, you know, everybody, the environment is like a very hot topic in politics, and it just like things, we can't deny it, things are going down. So
I've literally become a tree hugger. So like, I really will. Like I'll go to Central Park and I'll hug a tree, and I'll go to my husband, take a picture. It might not be here in years to come.
It is definitely a scary world that you've created. There is a world within a pod where we meet
the dome.
Is that, what's the name of the center that they're in?
The pod.
The pod.
The pod.
And we meet Bee and Quinn and Elena.
Yeah.
And they're very different.
They're very different.
Bee is your classic.
She's an auxiliary, and she is having to. Her family have to pay for oxygen, but they can't afford the oxygen, so she can't dance or get roody pooties with anybody because
a world without dancing.
I remember, that was really like people saving up for their anniversary to be able to dance.
Yeah,
that's real.
And like having to tie their children to cribs because they don't want them to move.
You can't like move too much, and that was.
I will say that there's one scene in here that I was like on vacation. I was telling people, I was like, did you guys see that movie where there's like a woman, an old lady in a house, and they get in a fight with the kids over an oxygen tank? And they're like, no, and I'm like, oh, that was the book I'm reading. Like, it was so real, and that was definitely my favorite scene in the book.
I love Maud. Out of all the characters, I think she's feisty, and I love her. And she's not based on anyone, but
she's awesome.
Yeah, I like her.
So you guys, Breathe. If you've read it, tweet at us. Tell us what you think. Send us your questions for Sarah Crossan. And in the meantime, we're going to play some fun games.
Well, Kelly tweeted, I love your accent, Sarah. So
I'm trying to ham it up as much.
Yes, do it.
Oh,
I'll have to talk a little bit like that.
I don't know how I can't.
You all know that we are really bad at British accents.
Hello.
We're really bad at them.
Governor.
Shine your shoes, Governor.
Governor. Oh, that was good. Shine your shoes.
Please, sir, can I have some more? Is that good? No.
Not bad.
What, do you have a good American accent?
I can like talk like this if you want me to for like the rest of the interview.
That's a good one, but that's
really
weird.
Good. Is it bad?
I always think it's
like
weird hearing British go American versus American go
because
British.
your voice changes very drastically. Like even the tone of your voice changed.
It gets very twangy. Yeah, American twang.
What's your favorite, non-biased? What's your favorite accent to hear in your ears?
In the whole of the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
South African.
Oh.
South African. I think they talk like that. I think
Yes.
I can do my accent. Thank you. Yeah.
Have you been to South Africa?
No, but it's it's my thing. I do accents.
Really? What other ones can you do? Can you do French?
Awesome.
I can do French accent if you want me. I can do any other accent that you. I can basically do most of. Like basically, I can do like a lot of British accents. So like Liverpool, you talk like that, which is a bit northern in England, and they talk. It's like kind of through their throat.
So you're going to be really good at one of our games because we find it really hard because we can't tell.
Okay.
Accents very well.
Are we still doing that game?
What?
The accent game?
No, where these people you're going to be able to knock it, really.
What accent do you guys want Sarah to do? Please.
It's going to be something really difficult. I can't do.
Can you do Cockney?
Oh, yeah. Like Jamie Oliver, kind of. Yeah, he talks like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then it might be East End more. If it's an old kind of Cockney East End, Mary Poppins, I don't think I can do that. You know, like, no.
Charlotte says that she's South African.
Oh, is it really bad? I'm so sorry.
How was her South African accent? Was it okay? Tweet at us.
Celeste Pewter is saying, ooh, could Sarah do a Scottish accent?
I need to be in the zone.
Okay, what about Irish? Because you're actually Irish.
I'm actually Irish, and Ireland obviously has lots of different regions. My
Yeah.
dad is from Donegal, so that's a very harsh accent. Not harsh, it's a nice accent, but it's like, well, for example, so I went to see some relatives, and one of them said to me, if he goes over and you go anymore, I said, sorry, I don't know. If he goes over and you go anymore, if he goes over there, when you go over there, can you send him over here? So it's like, if he goes over and you go anymore, and they talk like that, and it's very quick, and it's like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I can't really do it.
My husband and I, we did a 2-week tour of Ireland.
Yeah.
And we went to Inishmore.
Inishmore. Oh, I love Inishmore.
Mm-hmm. And we got lost in the normal tourist bike path, and we ended up in like hardcore farmland.
They speak Irish there. They don't speak
Yes,
English.
and that was just like, I tried to ask, like, which way do I go? And it was like, he spoke, and I was like,
yeah.
I looked at Colin, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's beautiful there, though.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So we have some teas for you.
So, just a little background. You are Irish,
I'm Irish.
but you lived in England
For 20 years,
for 20 years,
Yeah.
and you've been stateside for 6.
6.5, yeah.
And you're going back to England.
Yes. So, she knows a lot about a particular variety of teas, and we're going to test her knowledge. In this, without being labeled,
Are they pure? There's no sugar?
there's
or
no sugar.
They're
You
all
only have
pure.
to take sips.
Okay.
There's an Irish breakfast tea, an
Okay.
Earl Grey, a Lady Grey,
Okay.
and an English breakfast.
My mum actually used to own a Victorian tea room.
Yes! Well, these are...
So she'll be really ashamed if I can't guess them.
Is the proper way to drink tea just black like that, like straight, or is it milk and...
A little milk and black tea.
Okay.
And it should be steeped for about 2 minutes, and then you take the tea
Keep
bag
it
out,
out,
and
which I
then you
did
must
too.
drink it within, like, I think 15 minutes. Otherwise,
Okay.
the temperature is not optimal.
Well,
Can you
perhaps
do-
this temperatures.
Can you do a blog post to say the best way to drink tea? Like, this is how you're supposed to drink tea?
I'll be
That
like, I'll be
information?
Wikipedia in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Because
I'll
I
find
didn't
the
know that.
information.
Okay.
Okay, just start anywhere.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
start on the end, take a sip, and tell us what you think it is.
I think I'm going to have to taste all of them.
Okay,
and then,
okay. You can do
Is
it
that
however you
water?
want.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's water.
Cleanse my palate.
Yes.
No, I think that's like English breakfast, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to peek and see if...
No peeking yet.
That's either Earl Grey or Lady Grey. I'm not sure. I think it's Earl Grey.
I don't know the difference.
I don't know
between
the
Earl and
difference
lady.
either.
Okay.
I love
Lady
tea, but I'm not a
teas?
connoisseur.
Darjeeling? I don't know.
That's not an option.
It's not an option. Okay,
No.
get the options.
It's English breakfast, Irish breakfast, Earl Grey, Lady Grey.
Oh, okay. That might be Lady Grey then. Hold on.
YA
Okay.
Book Nerd Lover says she'll be so impressed if you can name these.
Okay.
I will be impressed. I love tea, but I'm not a it's like the same.
Oh, okay, so there's English breakfast, Irish breakfast. I don't know if English or Irish is stronger. I'd say that's Irish, that's English, that's Lady Grey, and that's Earl Grey. I don't know.
All right.
Irish!
She got one right. She said that one for English.
English!
Correct.
Oh,
my
wait,
gosh.
can I taste them again?
Yeah.
Oh my, she's 2 for 2.
I'm
This is
taking it
amazing.
really seriously.
She just told the difference between 2 types of breakfast teas.
Okay, I think that's Earl and Lady.
Okay, Lady.
I don't know which one is which.
Which one? You
This
said
one's Earl.
That's Lady.
Yes!
And that's
See? Earl Grey.
Lady Grey. Here, hold on.
Earl Grey.
Oh
my
I'm
gosh.
impressed with
That
myself.
is so amazing.
Lady
That is,
Grey.
like,
Oh my
the
god.
most
Which
amazing
one of
thing
these
ever.
would you like to tea
I'll
time
have the
chat?
Lady Grey.
The
That one's yours.
This is the bag still in
That's.
yeah.
I have to bow down to the tea goddess,
Yeah.
Miss Sarah Crossan.
Awesome.
Everybody
Well done.
says, "Wow, you are brilliant."
I am brilliant. Finally.
Would you
You're
like
brilliant,
Would you like
so you
some
should read her
biscuits
book.
with that tea?
Yes.
We have
Oh, yeah,
some
it's a biscuits.
Whoops! We lost a biscuit.
So these are wheat biscuits. Is that the
Yes,
typical?
guys.
They're delicious. Their digestives are really typical in England. What you
Why
do.
are they called digestives? First
I
time
don't
I
know.
saw that, I was like, ew.
Yeah.
They're really plain, but they're made with a lot of butter. So I think they're really,
Oh,
really
yeah,
calorie
do you dip?
heavy.
Do you dip?
Mhm.
I don't know if
Okay.
it's classy, but
I don't know.
Dip.
I dip my donuts in coffee, so.
So
Oh, these are good.
They are
They're
really
a little
good.
bit sweet.
Sometimes
a little bit
they end
sweet.
up in like cracker platters,
Mm-hmm.
and then I grab it and I'm like, this is a little sweet, and then
This
I
is
eat
really
it.
good.
You always forget.
Mm.
Okay. Let's move on to our next game.
Well,
Oh.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What time? I know they always say tea time. Is there a specific time in England that's like tea time? Like in America, the only time drinking time is like happy hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm an authority on it, but I know that in Ireland when we were kids, you'd have dinner at 12 or 1, and then you'd have tea at kind of 4 or 5, and you'd have sandwiches and cakes and tea. So you'd have your big meal at 12 or 1, and then you'd have. But maybe that came from farming, where you had
Yeah.
your big meal,
Right.
you know, in the middle of the day when you're on the farm, and then you had just tea and supper, and then you go to bed. I don't know. Maybe that's Ireland, but I don't know about England. But I think high tea is that 5, and then there's something other tea.
Is tea
We'll
just
ask the
everywhere?
queen. We'll
We'll
tweet
ask
the
the
queen. and
Somebody
ask
tweet
her.
the queen for us. I'm sure she's on Twitter.
Well,
They are on Twitter.
Are they?
I think so.
we've got the queen here, the queen mum,
Who's your favorite
royal.
I don't know if I have a favourite royal. Harry, I'd say. 'cause
Oh,
he doesn't-
yeah!
He
Oh, I
doesn't
didn't
really
grab
care,
it.
really.
No.
No.
All right, so
Okay.
we have another game. We have boys.
Guess the boys across the pond.
You have to guess which country they're from, and it's either the UK or Ireland.
Okay.
So countries in the UK or Ireland. So
Okay.
go. You want to grab that one?
Okay.
first?
Our first one up is
Cillian
Cillian
Murphy. Also,
I saw him in a play in Brooklyn, and he was awesome.
What did
Irish,
you see?
Irish. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of the play.
Was it the one-man show?
Yes.
Yes, I went there too.
It was so good.
It was really good.
He was amazing.
so he's Irish.
He's totally Irish.
He's super
Correct.
Irish. I
Yes.
saw him in a play when I was in Ireland, and it was
Wow.
fantastic.
All right, Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead.
He is English,
Correct.
Yeah.
and he, he's very good friends with what's his name from Coldplay, Chris Martin. I think they're like really good friends.
How do you know
really?
that? Are you their friend?
No,
Oh,
I would like to be, but no. But I think he's like the godfather to one of Chris Martin's.
Oh,
friends or
really?
something. Yeah, I think so. I don't know why I know that.
Colin Farrell.
Irish.
I actually think he looks like every man that lives in Ireland, but
Really?
Really?
yeah. Maybe
That's
I'm,
not
maybe
the
I'm
same.
like.
He doesn't have the green eyes. Is that stereotypical of me?
No.
All right, so we have Eddie Redmayne. He's from Les Mis.
I wish I knew he was like already
Have you seen?
old. I
He's
don't
in
know.
I
who he
know.
is.
He's a musical theater.
Redmayne.
Well, then
Go
I
by
guess he
looks.
must be English. He looks English. He's
He
very
is.
freckly.
Yeah.
He looks
Freckly Englishman.
Looks like-
That's
he-
3 for
yeah.
3. You
She's
are
3 for 3.
banging it out.
Okay, here's a wild card. Christian Bale, aka Batman.
English, and he's a Cockney.
Wrong.
No.
Any guesses? Do you guys know where
Can you
he's
tweet
from?
at us?
Tweet
He
at us.
rarely. His
Don't
accent
Google
is
it.
rarely out.
Yeah,
Well,
unless
for
he's yelling at
stateside.
people on that video.
So was he born somewhere else, or he just has a different passport from somewhere?
I think he's born in. Maybe his accent's just been watered down over the years, but he is Welsh.
No.
Yeah.
Where did he get that Cockney accent? Well, people say the same about me. Okay, so.
So, little fun fact: Batman is Welsh.
All right, our next one. This is my husband's guy crush. Michael Fassbender. You are correct. You know
That's
you're
awesome.
Irish.
I know
That's- That's proven.
All right, James McAvoy.
Scottish.
Yes.
Well done.
I've just booked tickets to go and see him in a play in London.
No.
He's playing Macbeth.
Tweet us a photo.
Oh, is it
He's-
Macbeth?
He's in Macbeth. He's going to be Macbeth, yeah.
Can you record
Really?
it for me? And
Illegally?
Yes.
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Are you guys guessing along with this? Do you get it? Oh, Emily at the Lady Read says Michael's everyone's crush. Seriously. Okay, we have Spider-Man. I did not know he was from the UK.
Well, you just told us.
Well, you don't know what
Oh.
country in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Is he the guy that was in Facebook? Facebook
Yes.
film, whatever
Yeah.
that was.
And he's Spider-Man.
He's Spidey.
He's
He
a
was
Spidey.
a
He's
he
His
was
name's
a Spidey.
Oh yes, he's. I don't know where he's from.
England.
English.
Does he have an American accent? Has he lived here for a while?
He was born in California, but was raised in England.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps his parents are American.
His big hair in that picture.
He does have big
He's
hair.
a very skinny boy.
Speaking of big hair, Daniel Day-Lewis, another wild card.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I never know. I think he lives in Ireland, but he's English.
Ding, 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 ding.
He's Irish and English.
Oh,
Dual
okay.
passport.
Dual passport. Okay.
But he lives in Italy now
Oh, he lives
as
in
a
Italy.
cobbler.
I was going to say, I think he's a cobbler.
Yeah. I
He's
love
so
him.
cool with his
So
little
cool.
scarf.
I just want to be as cool as his scarf is. Like, I know I'm not going to attain Daniel Day-Lewis status ever.
And finally, Ewan McGregor.
He's Scottish.
Correct.
Ding, ding, ding. So you only
Obi-Wan is Scottish.
missed one. You are a talented
I'm talented,
talented
yeah.
tea.
Forget the writing.
Yeah.
I could.
Take this show on the road.
You're a talented.
You can bet people on tea and see if they can guess the right teas for money.
All right. So you want to tell us? We've got a. This is Breathe is a series.
Yeah, it's got a sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the second book?
Have
It's
we
called-
revealed the name?
I think the name is out there. The name is Resist.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
Resist. Yeah.
Do we know when it goes on sale?
October.
October? Okay.
Awesome.
Lots of good books coming out in October. I'm so excited.
I
The
want
editor
to
is
see
not
October
in.
now.
Maybe we should meet the editor.
You you guys want to meet Breeze's editor? We love her.
Everyone say hi to Martha.
Everybody say hi to Martha.
Come on over to you take my spot.
So both of you guys can tell us a little bit about Resist.
Well, Sarah can tell you about it. And I'll tell her what she's not allowed to say.
Do you want to ask questions? That'll be easier, and then I can say I can't answer that.
Okay. Okay.
You can like,
that'll
quick
work.
fire.
Where does it? So the Breathe drops off at a pretty like critical thing has just happened.
Mhm.
Where does Resist pick up?
What's funny is that I thought Breathe was kind of a standalone, and
Yeah.
then Martha said, "Really? No, I think there's more to it than
Yeah.
I said
So-
I'm dying to know what happens after this.
that." So it takes off. Sorry, it just carries on.
It carries on
Yeah.
from like that moment. It
Yeah.
carries on.
It carries on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying
So
to get some questions. So if anybody has questions
for
tweet
Martha
them.
or Sarah.
for either.
Martha's not going to hang around long because she's not. We had to coax her out.
I told them the editors stay behind the scenes, but they don't listen to me.
Can you give us any juicy insight about the second book?
The biggest difference is that we have another character speaking. So we have 4 perspectives in this book, which was difficult to do.
Yeah, that's a lot of manage.
Oh, yeah, it was really difficult, but it was
How
fun.
do you keep her on track with like 4 different character
Did I keep
voices?
you on?
She has a whip. It's a really long one. It goes right across the river.
It looks like a red pencil, but it's really not. It's a, like, Wrangler.
So people who haven't read Breathe,
I have a question. Why Book Nerd Lover asks, what was your favorite part of writing this book? Of writing Breathe.
Writing Breathe.
Mhm.
I think it was the 3 perspectives and being able to move into different voices and not having to kind of stick with one voice, and also working out the logistics, how one person could speak and then you get rid of one person and bring them back, and that was my favourite thing, I think.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And creating Maud, obviously. as I said.
Mod is good stuff.
Do you get really self-conscious about your own breathing while you're writing?
Yeah. No, I really do. I mean, I don't know, did I suffer from panic attacks before? Maybe I had 1 or 2, but I really like, you're writing, and when you're writing the scenes where they're running out of air, it's kind of, I'm going to open a window. I don't know whether reading it, you
Yeah.
felt that way when you're editing,
Yeah.
but yeah,
The very
Yeah.
first time I read it, I was on a plane on the way to Seattle or Oregon, I can't remember which. And I finished it, and I got off the plane, and you know, like the air smells really clean there.
Yeah.
compared to here too. And I was like, and I was like, I really need to buy this book.
Oh, yay. Yeah, I mean, definitely in this book, it's a super, you've written it so well that it's a very visceral, that every page you're like, what would it be like to not have?
Well, I mean, my mum
That.
had double pneumonia,
Yeah.
and she was on oxygen, and so I did see that, what it was like when you don't have air, and I was thinking that, well, what it would be like if you just didn't have any oxygen.
Yeah.
It's so fundamental, we don't even think about it.
Right.
But it's nice to just appreciate your breath, because sometimes when you're stressed out, you can't like appreciate, wow, I'm breathing.
We have another question for you.
It's
Teresa at Need New Space asks, are you a plotter or a planner?
Ooh.
Or do you write by the seat of your pants?
I had to plot the sequel, but I don't know what I did. I don't know. I can't even remember the process. I think I just went by the seat of my pants and then had to do a lot of work to edit it afterwards. I think that was how it worked. But with Resist, I did a lot of plotting.
Hannah Taylor at Inky Reads asks, can you tell us if the 4th point of view is in Resist is a male or female?
I don't know.
Ooh, should we reveal that?
Reveal
Yes.
it! Reveal it!
Reveal it. I think it should be a surprise.
I think it
though.
should
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Martha's,
You can
if
think
you
about
want
it.
a party pooper,
Yeah.
Martha's the party pooper.
And I think you'll
although
be
we love her.
surprised by who's speaking. I think that you'll.
Is it someone we've met before?
Yes.
Yes. It's
Okay.
someone we've met before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, now I'm thinking.
I don't know.
In your hesitation, you revealed many things.
And we were practicing
Okay.
our poker faces too.
I
Because of that question.
Princess Deb said, I think I'll have to pick up a copy of Breathe.
Yeah,
you will. Yay. Okay, let's see.
Hillary at Hill Reads 2 called you a party pooper.
It's okay.
Taylor at Little Tail 15 says, what character was the most fun to write?
Maud. Yeah, but I think that writing Resist. Am I allowed to say that the? Sorry.
Real time, guys.
Secrets!
Yes.
Okay. So the other 3 characters that were in Breathe are still speaking in Resist. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was allowed to say that. And I think writing Resist, I really enjoyed Alina this time around. And Alina was tough in this book because she was like a tough character, and so I like her. I got the sense that some readers were hesitant to like her because she's so
liked
tough.
her. She's got a lot of.
She's got layers.
Shields,
Yeah. You've got to kind of dig, beneath the surface. And I think that I really enjoyed writing her perspective for Resist because she goes through a lot of change, and I think we really get to see her in Resist, and yeah, I think we really get to see her. I think we really got to see Bee in and Quinn in Breathe, but Alina, we get to see a lot more of her and who she really is. Yeah.
That's exciting. Can you give a 1-sentence description of Alina, just for people who haven't read?
Do you want to try that?
Oh, sure. Alina is the tough, as you said, revolutionary. She is the one who is really angry and Breathe about the way the government has controlled everybody and believes that they can, in fact, breathe on their own if they just try.
She's like
She wants everything to change. She's a fighter.
So Hillary at Hill Reads 2 said, would Sarah like her books to become a movie? You want to talk about casting? We love dream casting.
I love books. I do love movies.
Yeah.
But I love books, and it would be fun. But casting, I don't know who I'd have in it.
We'll think about it.
Have
We'll
a
think about it.
selection for
Maggie
Quinn.
Smith.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. Ivy Smith as Maud Blue.
Yes. Yes.
I think Eddie Redmayne would be a good Quinn.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
young
yeah.
and cute.
You know who I kind of think about when I think of Quinn is a little bit, I shouldn't admit, but Harry Styles from One Direction. I know he's not an actor.
Yeah.
But he's
They
kind
can
of like,
always be an actor.
you know.
There's One Direction is a huge part of these books for you.
I know, yeah. I listen to a lot of One Direction. Not that I could admit that in most places, but we're among friends, so I'll admit it.
Emily just tweeted, the more I hear about Breathe, the more I want to read it. Need to get it soon. Yay. All right. Is there anything else?
About Resist?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know what else we could reveal about. Maybe we could say they're on their way to Sequoia at the end of Breathe.
Yeah.
And they maybe get there in Resist, and it's not all like they thought it would be.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
Yes! Can't wait. October's get here now. So let's, in the idea of Breathe, let's go out with a contest and see who can hold their breath the longest. Okay. Ready?
Can I be the timer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Ready?
hold on.
One.
You guys can take all your breaths that you want. Ready? Tell us when to go.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
You gotta
Yeah.
say it.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just was really funny.
You win. She's named. I feel like they're fake.
Sarah is the master of all things. That's what we've learned.
That is what we've learned.
Well,
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was
And
a lot of
safe
fun.
travels back to the UK.
Yeah. And thank you, Martha, for being game.
Thank you guys for having me.
We will see you guys next week. We will be doing tea time next week live from Lauren Oliver's apartment.
What?
So-
So you guys will be tweeting about it, but think
and
about
before
what
you
you want
go,
us to do.
We have a present for you.
Oh my goodness.
It's tea that helps you breathe.
It's Breathe tea. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
See you from Lauren Oliver's house next week.
Bye.